Determining the Middle Eastern country most similar to Latin America requires considering various social, cultural, economic, and political factors. One way to answer this complex question is by analyzing the data from the Country Similarity Index. The index factors in demographics, culture, politics, infrastructure, and geography. An analysis of the statistics shows that Tunisia is the most similar country in the Middle East and North Africa to Latin America. On the other end of the spectrum, Sudan is the least similar. Tunisia has some interesting parallels with Latin America. They share a history of European colonization. Most of Latin America was colonized by the Spanish, while Tunisia was colonized by the French. Tunisia's government and infrastructure also has more in common with Latin America than most countries in the Middle East and North Africa. Tunisia underwent a significant political transition in 2011 during the Arab Spring. This led to the establishment of a more democratic political system. The transition parallels movements in Latin American countries that transitioned from authoritarian rule to more democratic forms of government. Many Middle Eastern countries are still under authoritarian rule. Furthermore, unlike most Middle Eastern countries, Tunisia has a history of secular governance. Therefore, it has more liberal laws that are not tied to Islamic principles. Like many Latin American countries, its government is lenient on gambling and prostitution. The death penalty is rarely used in these nations as well. In the recent decades, Tunisia has experienced economic development and urbanization. Similar economic development trends can be observed in many Latin American nations. Some Middle Eastern nations like Qatar, Kuwait, and UAE are far wealthier and more developed than Latin America. On the other hand, Sudan and Yemen are significantly less developed. Like in Latin America, Tunisia has made efforts recently to improve its transportation networks. These investments, including roads and ports, have helped economic development. So, which country in Latin America is most similar to Tunisia? The Country Similarity Index suggests that Argentina is the most similar Latin American country to Tunisia. Parts of Argentina, particularly in the west, have climates that share some similarities with Tunisia's Mediterranean climate, characterized by hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. Both Argentina and Tunisia have experienced periods of political instability, but are now democracies. These countries are neither especially wealthy nor poor, and their infrastructure is still developing. In addition, a major crop in both countries is wheat. Please like and subscribe to the Objective Lists channel, as there will be even more interesting videos coming soon. For more insights and analysis, please visit objectivelists.com for new and thought-provoking articles about our world.